Howdy y'all and welcome to Farming Simulator 17 with the Butcher Man. We are on map number 5 in our little to play or not to play series, and this should be the last one. I've looked and looked and looked, and I debated on even doing a fifth one or maybe doing what was the name of that other one? I can't even remember now. But I decided, I found this one. I had a little bit of an issue with it at first. I had to basically remove the rest of my maps from my mods folder because it was having a little bit of a conflict, and the map wouldn't even, like the game wouldn't even open. Like, it'd get to this point, but it would do nothing but loading. Like down here at the bottom, it would say loading the whole time. But I've looked over it a little bit, like I always say, just to get some kind of idea. But we'll jump in here. Selby Farm Estates by Lancy Boy. Alright, let's first of all, he's got this cool thing. I know this is like on some other map too. I don't know if this is like Lancy Boy's symbol or whatever. I don't know. If you guys haven't noticed, I have a tough time gathering my thoughts, here lately. But we'll get there. We will get there. So basically the way this works, if you're just tuning in to this one and you haven't seen the other ones, this is number 5 of a series called To Play or Not To Play, and we are picking a map to do a series on for the channel. So if you have tuned into this within a couple of days of being posted, which should be like July 15th through the 16th or 17th, something like that, I'm going to give it a couple of days. This is going to go up today. Tomorrow I'm going to post a video, hopefully, basically recapping the 5 maps and saying, putting in a couple of points, hey, there's this, there's that. I've already got 1 vote for Churn Farm, so I think it's 222. Put a vote on there saying he wanted me to play it because it's a large map and he likes it. So just keep in mind, if you're going to vote, you've already got 1 vote for a farm already. So I would say I'm going to take all the votes, but then at the same time, I'm also going to cast my own vote. So if you're out there and you definitely want me to play on a certain farm, then you definitely need to vote, because there's going to need to be several of you to basically overrule my vote if there's a certain farm I decide I want to play on. So let's say there's going to have to be at least 3 people vote for one single farm to overrule, the farm I want to play on if it's not that particular farm. Which may not sound the greatest to some people, but it sounds fine to me. So let's take a look at the map right quick. We got field number 29 and field number 14. I think that's it. 29 and 14. I don't see another one. I think that's the only 2 we own. Oh, 7. 7 right next to us. I'm actually looking straight at it. It's full of corn. So, yeah. Almost the largest field in the map, sort of. 34, 35, 7 and 6, basically. Real large field's 12. Alright. So let's jump in here. See what kind of equipment he gives us. We got the Hurleyman. We got the case. We got the case combine. So old equipment. So we're starting out pretty good. I have downloaded a bunch of stuff. So no matter what map we play on, I am going to switch some stuff out and try to play. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out to all the machinery we should start with or something like. I'm not really sure how we're going to do it. And but we'll see. Even got a pressure washer somewhere. But let's just go ahead and jump to a machine. Alright, so it looks like we are at, I guess it just says the farm. Okay, he's actually got writing on his map, so that's actually pretty decent. It actually tells you where some of the stuff is. Okay, so it looks like we got probably automatic fill on the diesel. We have a storage shed, more storage. What is this over here? This looks like probably storage too, right? And yeah, okay, storage bunkers, probably for like potatoes, sugar beets, that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm really hoping people actually watch this and they actually vote. Because if like a couple of days goes by and nobody votes, then it's basically just going to be up to me, and I'll just do whatever I want. Which is, it's kind of unfortunate, but the channel's been inactive long enough that you know, I don't expect people to like be jumping for joy and like being all over it at first. So we'll just see how it goes. I've got one vote, so that might just make the decision if nobody else votes. But it looks like water there. And this is seed. Probably seed and fertilizer. This is probably fertilizer and that's probably seed or something like that. So probably automatic fill on those. I do have the mod to where you can use the roller to like get rid of this sort of stuff and like turn it into this or dirt or whatever I want to turn it into. So it's pretty good. And there's mud. This is a little bit of mud. It's not quite as crazy as Churn Farm. There's not quite as much mud, but there is some. Looks like we got a corn header, which is good because we own a large cornfield right off the bat. More sheds. All right, so we have 3 tractors. Where's the other one at? Is it the same farm? No, it's not. Okay, so we're at the other farm. I think it says cow farm. Yeah, it says cow farm, and it says the cows are over this way. It looks like he's put in tons and tons of storage sheds, so that's a plus. We'll do this bit of looking around. Where do I feed them at? There's the silage bunkers. Where's my actual milk barn? Because it doesn't look like it's where it's supposed to be. That's more storage bunkers. Is it? Oh, this must be the unloading spot. Okay, so the milk barn should be. Oh, okay, it's right here. All right, good. So food trough, water trough, whatever. Maybe the water trough's out here. Yeah, there's a water trough. It looks like down there and over there. Got some little hay bales. That's kind of neat. He's actually added in, made it look like they've got hay all the time. We got a back scratcher. You guys don't know what this is? This is a back scratcher. This is a back scratcher for shorter cows, I guess. Because they will rub their butt, like their sides and their backs on pretty much anything. They'll actually break a lot of stuff if you leave it in the field. Like if you leave tractors and stuff sitting in the field, cows will like mess those things up bad. Like they can mess up pretty much anything, it seems like, because they'll go up there and start rubbing on it, pushing on it, and you know, they'll start breaking the mirrors off your truck and just craziness. More diesel fuel, seeds, fertilizer. Maybe this is all seeds. I can't really tell. Either way, it's automatic fill. So I think what, like 4 out of the 5 or 3 out of the 5 or something like that farms we're looking at are automatic fill. So let's buy a pickup. I have actually downloaded a couple of pickups. These actually have straps in them. Let's go like this. This actually has straps in it. It's supposed to have. Fasten tension belts. Yeah, see? Got actual straps in it. That's really cool. It's like when you're putting logs and stuff back there, or where am I going? I think this is the way out. That's kind of, never seen that before. Had them all sitting on tires. Is that a thing? Do they actually do that somewhere? I don't even know. I've never seen that done. Maybe it's a common practice somewhere. I'm using my keyboard instead of my... Alright, got that sorted. There's some crazy stuff going on with G27 in Farming Simulator. And I know it's not just me, because I was kind of catching up on a series that another guy's doing, and he seems like he's having the same issues, basically. So there's something going on with Farming Simulator in the G27. It seems like the settings aren't right, or there's like some glitching or something going on. Because it seems like tabbing out's an issue. The pedals decide they don't want to work sometimes. The steering isn't set properly, or something's going on. I'm not really sure what it is, but something is going on. Alright, what truck weighs 979. Got the BGA, and it says sell. What did it say? Selby grain cell. So there's a grain cell point here too. Where was it at? I can't remember. Oh, it's right there. Okay, it's over there. Where do we want to go now? I guess let's head south down to the sheep and the extra sheds. And one thing I did see earlier, and we're going to get to it at some point, but I'm going to point it out because some people may not make it that far in the video. I mean, I don't know. When it comes to voting for these, you got to know some of the important facts. Like, if you haven't noticed yet, there's only one sell point for grain. One. Okay, so that's kind of a deal. And then, let's see, there are no grain silos that I could find. It actually has, it's not that I can tell anyway. Do we have anything in storage? I think we do. No, we don't have anything in storage for one. And there are no grain silos that I could find. They're just grain bunkers. And as far as I can tell, there is no train on this map. So, no train, no grain silos, and there's only one sell point. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be voting. It's a really nice looking map. I'll give him that. That's pretty much the only reason I'm even putting it into the thing to be voted on, is that it is a very nice looking map. Okay, he's done a very good job on it, and it's amazing looking. But there are a couple of things that, you know, maybe should be in, shouldn't be in. I don't know. For some reason my steering is all acting funny and stuff. I mean, that's one of the things we're gonna have to deal with, I guess. It's just until they get this whole thing figured out, or if they ever get it figured out. The G27 just seems like it's, I don't know. There's something else I'm trying to figure out too right now, is that for some reason there's a dead zone on my steering wheel, like a big one, and I can't really figure out why there is, because I don't have one set up. Not, you know, anything in my G27 settings, there's no dead zone. And as far as I remember, Farming Simulator doesn't actually have a setup for that. At least not that I remember. Game settings, general settings. Because otherwise it would be, unless it's in the actual options, like out in the main screen. I'll have to check that, but I haven't had that problem yet. I mean, up till now it's been fine, but apparently just now it decided it's going to put me in dead zone on there. But I'm gonna have to just deal with it, I guess. I was wondering why it was steering kind of funny. Alright, so this looks like a sawmill. Logs, wood chips, wool. Sell your wool over there. So, but yeah, like I was saying, I mean, it's a really nice looking map. It really is. He's like done a lot of stuff to it. Like if you look right here, I mean, you could just drive down through here. It's pretty cool. He's even added like mud spots into the middle of fields and stuff. You know, that's pretty realistic. Maybe if it rained a lot or something, you'd have some mud. Another thing is that, like, there's no gate. Like that right there's the field for the sheep. You know, when you buy sheep, they're gonna be in there, and there's no gate, so they can just kind of walk out whenever they want to. But he's even like added turnaround spots on these roads. Like up at the top of the road or whatever, there's even a sign that says, you know, road, or a single lane road with turnarounds or something like that. Or passing lanes or something or other. There was nothing that way, was there? No, just like hills and stuff. So he's done a lot of work on it. I mean, I'll give him that. Very bumpy though. I think when we're playing the series, we just won't be driving that fast. And I'll just give you a heads up, just because I just came up with an idea earlier that I think I like. That, you know, there's always a debate on how to do videos, how to do series, you know. There's just extra sheds there, I guess. I mean, I don't think I'd want to use those unless I bought field number 21, I think. Yeah. But I've got an idea. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this series Full Disclosure. Or either Full Disclosure or something like that, or I'll just talk about it. I don't really know how I'm going to do it, but the idea is that it's going to be full disclosure the whole time of, you know, I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to do any work whatsoever unless it's on camera. Okay, so it's either got to be like recorded just like this, or even if it's just a a time lapse or whatever you call it, where it speeds up and you play music. I might do that, you know, But either way, it's going to be on camera. You guys are going to see it. You're going to experience it. It might be boring at times, but I mean, you're watching Farming Simulator, so it's not going to be like super exciting all the time. And one of the things that wears me out is that I'm trying to make it super exciting when it's really just, I mean, it is exciting, but at the same time, it's not like, you know, a first-person shooter game or something like that. So we'll just kind of deal with it how it comes, I guess. But I think that's a good idea. I mean, if you're gonna work on a farm, you have to experience everything about the farm. So I think from here on out, our series is, that's what it's mainly gonna be. Is it's gonna be full disclosure. You know, everything on camera. I'm not gonna do anything off camera unless something crazy happens. Like if there's ever cuts, like in these videos of these maps, there's been a few cuts here and there, mainly because like I've had to like tab out and do stuff. But hopefully I don't have to do that much. Like what's irritating me right now is the fact that like right now I've got my steering wheel probably like 30, like it's probably at the 10 o'clock position and nothing. It's not doing anything. So I've got to turn it like 1/2 rotation just to get it to actually do something. So the steering is like really choppy and I don't know why. Really irritating me right now. Alright, it says pub. Apparently you sell chicken eggs at the pub. Bunch of drunk guys eating like what do you call it? What do you call it when they do it at Christmas? Eggnog. That's right. Bunch of drunk guys drinking eggnog there at the pub, I guess. Of your farm fresh eggs. Oh, the steering's about to get me. I think I might just start using my keyboard. Might be better that way. I think I will. My steering wheel is just not working, man. I don't know. Overall, this seems nice, though. Fresh eggs for sale? That's the sign I need. Right there. Let's see. I think I've looked at pretty well everything. No, I didn't go to the cows. Or, yeah, I went to the cows. I teleported up there or whatever. Let's go to... We won't drive there because I don't feel like it. We'll go here. The animal dealer. Okay. Get rid of that. Look at all these, man. Oh, they even got sheep. They don't make any noise or move or anything like that, but you know, it's whatever. I mean, it's just visual, I guess, right? Yeah. Alright, yeah. Okay, that works. Anything else we want to look at? In the BGA. Maybe the shop. I don't know if we've been to the shop or not. Guess we have been to the shop. We bought that truck, didn't we? Yeah. He's got an actual mechanic shop here at the shop, so that's probably good. In the store in there. Don't really see anything else we need to look at. What if we go to... There's only a few fields that are even planted too. But they all should be getting managed by farmers, like AI farmers. So as soon as you start, I mean, they should start planting their fields, you would think. Let's go to... Maybe go back here. Maybe that's a hill I can get up on. I'm not really sure. But I really hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I mean, the response has been pretty good. People have been commenting. You know, everybody seems to like it. Everybody seems to be enjoying it. And hopefully they enjoy the series when I finally get to it. Wait, that's not a hill. It looks like a hill on the map, but it's actually a pond. The indentation looks like it's the wrong way. Is it water? Yeah, I think it is actually water. Yeah, that's actual water. We could probably fill up our water trailer here, since it's actual water. And that little like freeze there, I've got autosave installed now. I've got a whole bunch of stuff installed. I probably shouldn't take the time to show you guys, but I've installed like a whole bunch of stuff. I think you've seen the tractors, but I got some John Deere tractors, a couple extra Massey's, towards these like big versatile tractors, some Oliver tractors, New Holland. I mean, just tons of stuff. We're gonna get right into the mods. I mean, right away. We're gonna start out with old modded equipment or whatever. What's over here? He's got something over here. But I'd say overall it's a nice map. The one sell point kind of gets me. I'm gonna get up on this wall. The one sell point kind of gets me, and then the no train really isn't a big deal. You know, it kind of is, but at the same time, I'm not too awful worried about it. And then no grain silos. I'm kind of debating on whether that would even be if that'd even be worth it. I don't know, because then you've got to like just dump the grain where like in the storage bins that he gives you or whatever, storage bunkers, and then you've actually got to like shovel it up. I mean, I don't know. Like I like the looks of the map. You know, that's the couple of things I guess I don't like about it, but that's why I'm putting it on here so you guys can actually vote on it. Okay, if that's what you want to see, then that's what we'll do. You know, maybe at some point we can save up some money and try to like buy some grain silos and start storing in silos, but I don't really know. What would this be? Just a big old pit? F1 is on, there's just nothing. There's nothing here. I don't know. It's like a big hole in the ground, I guess. Maybe you could just fill it with stuff. I don't know. Somebody decided to dig a big hole in the ground. Maybe they're just selling topsoil, something like that. All right, I think that's it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to see. You know, there's not a whole lot to look at. We did some driving around. We looked at all the buildings. Oh, we didn't go to the grain storage. That's what I didn't show you guys. I was talking about it, but I never actually took you to it. I'll show you what he's got set up here. This is what he's got set up for grain storage, and this is how I know there's no silos. There's just like bunkers. But yeah, there's just this. I mean, this is what he's got set up for grain storage, which is fine. I mean, not everybody has these big expensive silos to put stuff in. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is a thing. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in the consideration box over there when you're making your decisions, and then I'll keep it in mind when I'm making the grand decision, the final decisions as to what we're actually going to do. But that's gonna be it. A little shorter than they've been, but yeah, keep an eye out for hopefully tomorrow if I can get it worked up. Do an overall recap video on all the maps, and then we'll make a decision. But put your votes in, put your comments down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and this is the Butcher Man. And good day, y'all.